I'm very much looking forward to attending the NALS Conference again. We went last year in 2011, and I think my reasonings are that I'm looking forward to meeting the movers and the shakers of the lettings industry. We had some very inspirational keynote speakers last year, and you can learn a lot from these guys and get a very good view of what's actually happening at ground level in the lettings industry. We've got people representing the other, digital world apps, if you like. We've got people representing the buy-to-let world. We've got people there from government as well, and these people are well worth the effort to come along and listen to. They will make a difference to the way you think. I have been involved in the web for the best part of 80 years at some level. I've co-founded a site called Property Tribes, which a lot of people know about, really for landlords in that instance. I've been involved in building a lot of different apps for the property industry. And what I'm going to bring to the table is a healthy understanding of how you can get an ROI from this indulgence in the web, because I think it's important. There's a sort of a very utopian notion that social media, you just do it for the hell of doing it. But we're businesses. The bottom line is we're businesses, all of us, and we need to have some form of return on the investment of time that we're going to be putting into this as much as anything else. And I think that there is an ROI. The point is, there actually is an ROI that you can bring to the table, and it's one that I've experienced myself, and it's one that I've been through the pains of playing with stuff, of toying with stuff, of making mistakes on stuff, of trying things out that don't work, and also trying things out that do work. And I've worked out a pattern of use of the web and the digital world that does bring a positive ROI to the table, and that's what I'm going to be bringing to the conference this year. There's a lot of misconception that the web has something to do with a computer, and it hasn't. It's got nothing to do with the computer. Much like a novel has got nothing to do with a pen. And I think the best use of the web is to understand that this is about people, not about computers, and that people are using the web in their droves, and they are using it in a very specific manner, and that's what I'm going to be talking about.
So you see a tremendous opportunity for lettings agents on the social web? Absolutely.
There's every single business going, I mean, bar none, every single business, but obviously we're talking about lettings today. Yes, of course, lettings, there are a lot of people out there that want to rent. There are a lot of people out there who have got properties to rent, and both of them, both parties, are using the web in a very specific manner. And it's a very predictable manner as well. And what I want to share during this conference is how both of those parties are utilising the web, and of course by default then gives best practice to the agents themselves. I mean, the whole notion of the web, digital tech, social media, whatever you want to call it, the web, let's just call it that for the sake of argument, is a very efficient tool. You see, in the past when you were speaking to somebody, it was a one-to-one thing. It's like you and I are doing right now, it's a one-to-one thing. The thing is, we've got this thing called a camera in front of us, which means that this conversation can be shared to the masses. So instead of just being a one-to-one conversation, it could be a one-to-many conversations. Now, how much time is that going to save you in the end by not having to redo a conversation?
So you're a big fan of this year's theme, which is empowering the PRS to be bigger, faster, smarter and safer, because that includes digital and tech and social media, doesn't it?
I think it does. I think the point about the web sort of working in conjunction with the PRS or vice versa, it is extremely empowering, because one thing we do know is guaranteed without fail: landlords and tenants are using the web. What we have to do therefore is work out how the businesses, the lettings industry if you like, fits in with that. And there is a way. Once that way is found, then it's a very empowering tool to have, and a very efficient one to boot as well. The mantra is this, that anything you do in the digital world does not replace the offline world. There isn't this sort of idea and notion that you just do that and that's what it takes. The digital world is there to augment the offline world, and vice versa. But more importantly, when you get sort of in a, pardon the expression, a sort of a touchy-feely environment where you can actually meet face to face with people, that's clearly a very important thing to do and should never be forgotten.